Hey folks, it's Troy and I'm here at Silver Falls State Park in Oregon. It's about an hour 15 minutes south of the city of Portland, and just kind of a relaxing adventure today. But the goal today is to see 10 waterfalls. It's a trail called the Trail of 10 Waterfalls, and let's get started. So to get to this park, it's a nice drive through some small towns and some country roads. Once you arrive into the park, there's a large parking lot, but this park supposedly does get pretty crowded, so try to arrive early. It's a $5 day use fee, and there's a electronic kiosk that you can pay via credit card. So you just pay your fee, you put the little receipt in your car window, and you're good to go. Then there's trail maps at the little information counter. Pick one of those up if you'd like, or you can use a digital map and you can start off. Here's a paper map of the Silver Falls State Park and the trails. Basically, I'm right here, and kind of at the South Falls day use area. What I'm gonna do is walk in a clockwise route around the loop, stopping at each of the 10 falls. This is a cabin and cafe that opens up, I think, after 10 a.m. It's not open right now. It's about 8:30, but maybe after my hike, I'll stop off here. So you can see here, there's the Rim Trail and a sign directing you to the North Falls. So if you want to go counterclockwise, you take this trail. And then right over here, there's a sign directing you to the South Falls and the Canyon Trail. If you want to go clockwise, you take this trail. I don't think it really matters. I haven't really researched it that much, but I'm going to go ahead and take the South Fall route and go clockwise. So this is the Canyon Trail that descends down to the base of the falls. I'm going to walk on this for just a little bit, and hopefully we'll be able to see the bottom of the falls. Now I'm under the grotto that forms below the falls, and there's a path you can actually walk right below the falls. So that was the South Falls, the first waterfall of the day. Pretty impressive. I'm now walking along the Canyon Trail to go to the lower South Falls. Take a look at this tree. It's just covered in moss. And this is the lower South Fall. This trail is in general very well maintained, and you can see it's pretty level, but there are some rocks, so make sure that you're wearing some sturdy shoes. So as you're walking on the canyon trail, you are walking in a canyon, and there's a creek that is running through it, and for the most part all along the trail you'll be hearing the sound of a bubbling creek. I believe that this is the lower North Fall. When you're hiking this trail, it's very well marked. When you're on the canyon trail, there will always be a sign that indicates where the next falls is and the trail that leads to it. This is known as the double fall. As you can see in the upper portion, there's a fall that's probably maybe about 20 feet tall, and then it goes into a pool, and then right below it, there's a second fall that falls down into the creek. To give you an appreciation for the height of this fall, you'll see that that's the lower fall, and then right above it you can see the upper fall. So this is Drake Falls, not nearly as inclined as many of the other falls, but certainly put these into a nice pool, which would be awesome for swimming. So this is the trail, the canyon trail, and this is the trail that goes down to the middle North Fall. And it may not look like much, but I think it's worth going down to check it out. So near many of these waterfalls, there's a grotto, which I'm standing in right now. And today is actually a cool day, but on a warm day, it would make a nice area to just rest in the shade, admire the waterfall. Along most of this trail, there's ferns that are lining the walls of the canyon. And if you enjoy ferns, you'll love this trail. This will just give you an idea of the root system of some of the trees in this forest. Tend to branch out wide instead of deep. So all along this canyon trail, there's a creek that runs through the bottom of the canyon. And I've been glancing at the water every once in a while to see if I could spot any fish, primarily trout. And I came upon this spot, and I finally spotted a fish. I believe that it is a trout. So I'm going to enter here, and I just brought my tenkara rod. I'm going to be using this kabari fly. Let's see how this goes. It's going to be entering right here. There's some water bugs right along the river. Now, this is Oregon, and I did pick up a Oregon fishing license, a one-day fishing license. So there's a little activity right over here, but when I was walking, I saw a trout further up the river. So it's always good to fish the close water first. Just gonna cast out here. My rod is about 10 feet long. My line is about 13 feet. Nothing right there. I'm gonna come up here where I spotted that fish. I'm wading in, and right now the water is about 2 feet deep, 2.5 feet deep. I just sank a bit. And I will say that it is kind of slippery, these rocks. I don't think this area sees much activity, much pressure. So that's kind of nice. Fly is just right up here. So I am fishing upriver. And let's see what this is. Let's see. This looks to be a little, looks like a little, maybe a cut through. Let me see. Nice. I'm gonna release it. Okay, so this fish that I caught, it appears to be a very small rainbow trout. And I released the hook, came out easily. I'm just gonna release it easy, let him swim out of my hand. So the fish that I caught, it was only about 4 or 5 inches, and I caught it in the hole right here. Now when I was walking on the trail, there's a little pool that's a little bit deeper. It's maybe about, I don't know, 5 feet in front of it that had a larger fish in it. I'm gonna see if I can get to that hole. Sometimes when you catch one fish, it spooks the others, but we'll see. You know, in an area that doesn't see much pressure, sometimes the fish are willing to stick around. Well, I don't see the fish that I saw before, but I'm still going to try to cast into that area. Sometimes just the shadows deceive me. Sometimes the fish might be hiding behind a rock or in the shade. Ooh, I got him, I got him. It's another small fish. Let's see what this is. Oops. Let's see. This is very similar. Oh, he got off. So I took a little break to try my luck at fishing in that one section of river. I ended up catching about 4 small trout. They appeared to be rainbow trout. They could have been brook trout. I'll look at the photos later and see. But it was just really fun to experiment, try some new water, and actually catch fish. So this falls, I believe it's Twin Falls. A little bit difficult to get a good view of it. It's a very deep pool. So this little collection of falls is just off the trail, but it doesn't have a designated name. I believe that this is the North Fall. And by some of the waterfalls and for some of the trail, there are stairways. Okay, after you visited the North Falls, you'll come across kind of the intersection where there's a sign that says Canyon Trail, Upper North Trail, and Rim Trail. And if you take the trail to the right, you basically just go to the North Falls parking lot. What you want to do is you want to take this trail to the left that goes to the Upper North Falls. So I believe that this is Winter Falls, and I'm guessing that it just doesn't have enough water to actually be running at this time. I mean, it may continue down. So I went down to the Winter Falls Trail, and it was maybe, I don't know, a third of a mile down to the fall, the base of the falls. It just so happens that there was not a lot of water running in it. It wasn't completely dry, but not much of a fall. So now I'm going to continue back to where I started on the Rim Trail. There's a deer standing in the middle of the trail. I'm going to needle myself. These are some really tall trees. And now I'm finishing where I started. This is the trail to the South Fall. This is the trail to the North Trail. Little State Parks kiosk.
Hi.
Hi. This is the South Falls Nature Store if you want to buy any souvenirs. This is the South Falls Cafe. It's now open. People are enjoying their coffees or drinks. All right, I've finished my hike of the Trail of 10 Falls. And right now, I'm cooling my feet off in the creek. Okay folks, so now it's the afternoon and I've finished my hike of the Trail of 10 Falls. I thought it was amazing. I've never seen so many waterfalls in one hike, and a lot of them were truly spectacular. Hope you enjoyed this video. That's all.